Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Live. I'm Jim Kellner, joined by my good friend, my colleague, hypnotist Brian Bay. Give it up for Brian Bay, everybody. Clap, yes. Brian, how you doing today, buddy?
Oh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, man. It's been an early morning, so I got a friend of mine called me and she says, "Hey, what are you doing Friday?" I was like, "I have nothing planned." After she goes, "You want to go to a wedding?" And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Where at?" She goes, "Leavenworth." I was like, "All right, when do we leave?" She goes, "So the passes are crap and it's snowing and I don't want to take my car." And I was like, "Let me guess, you want to take the 4Runner or you want me to drive because I've got 4-wheel drive?" And she goes, "Would you? That would be awesome." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So she's like, "I'll pay for gas. I got the hotel room, everything like that." So she's apparently like maid of honor or bridesmaid or something. I'm just here to show up, have some pizza, and then do all that stuff. But yeah, found a Australian Shepherd puppy that's the brand new puppy of the bride to be. So I got to babysit that as we're walking around town, just little puppy dog popping out of my coat, and everybody's like, "Can I pet your puppy? How old? Oh, it's sweet. Oh yeah, sure, pet the puppy. $5." And so,
or a kiss?
oh no, something bit me,
Ah,
and I have no idea what it is. It just feels
what
like
was
I
her
got a
name?
marble up. But
Sure, Brian. Sure.
yeah,
Um, Hey, everybody. I just want everybody to know I'm sorry that we're late. I'm sorry that we're on the wrong stream. I'm sorry that things have just really gone to heck today. So the new platform, we're having some trouble. For some reason, my camera wasn't working, so we jumped over to the old platform, and it wasn't ready for us. So, yeah, anyway, we're here and using the old camera. Hope that's all right. Hey, if you're watching right now, I see a few people are watching. Let us know where you're watching from. Love to know. We've had people. Where was that one person from, like Siberia or something, right? Or it wasn't Siberia, but it seemed
Serbia,
like
Serbia.
Serbia, right? Same thing,
Yeah.
right? It's all over there.
No, not Serbia. Croatia area, that Czech Republic.
I think it started with an S. I think it was Serbia because that's why I got mixed up with Siberia. Not if it would have said Croatia, I wouldn't have gotten that mixed up with Siberia.
Jim, I'm sensing a Freudian slip. Are you sure you're not like international fitness model, Russian spy, hypnotist, mind control?
I can't really talk about that MK Ultra stuff, Brian. You know that. Come on.
You don't want to get Clinton.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, let us know where you're watching. We love to find out where you're watching. We've had people from Serbia. We've had people from the UK, all over the United States. Becca, once again, she's over there in the UK, of course.
Staying up until dark 30 just to, I think there's, God, I did the math last time. It was, I want to say like an 8-hour difference.
8 hours.
So it's coming up like 3-4 o'clock in the morning over there.
Right.
So she's a trooper.
She's a trooper, either up early or up late, one or the other. Which is
I'd say a little of column A, a little of column B, if I'm guessing. Busy making her TikTok stuff, and
of course. So hey, everybody, if those of you that are watching, if you would like to join us on the stream, and I mean, you're obviously going to get hypnotized anyway, but if you'd like to jump over here, be seen on the screen, we want to invite you on. We've dropped the what do you call those things? The links in a variety of places. I don't know if it got to Facebook. Having some trouble with Facebook. Facebook changed some stuff recently, and so we're having trouble with Facebook. But find a link on the YouTube channel, whatever, and you can actually join us live. It's always more interesting for us if we can actually see you when we are hypnotizing you. So let's see. Oh yeah, I'm over here on Facebook. We got some people watching over here. I'm going to pop the link down over here. It didn't show up over here. So I got to
say it sounds like someone's sending a fax, but could be the noisy kids next door. I'm on location in Leavenworth, so little.
Oh, you're in Leavenworth.
Bavarian town.
I hope we're not keeping you from something.
No. like I said, my friend's out doing bridesmaid, matron of honor stuff, and I was like, I'm going to do some work stuff, and if you need me for anything, I'll be around. We just were able to check in late, so I was like, you go out, drink, have a good time. I'm going to write demand letters and hang out with you fine folks this evening.
All right. Sounds
because
good.
hashtag damn I'm pretty.
Exactly. And hey, speaking of damn I'm pretty. Oh, so Becca got some sleep earlier. Good for her. Good news, Becca. We're going to actually, Brian has agreed to, so we're going to do regular. So tonight, for everybody who's watching, maybe you're watching for the first time, or just as a reminder, each week we do a live when we can. We go on live. Sometimes we have another hypnotist come on with us. Sometimes it's just Brian and I, and we alternate. One week we do kind of a therapeutic type session. So what have we done in the past? We've helped people with smoking cessation, with weight loss, stress, those kind of things.
Anxiety, confidence building, just general, self-improvement.
Sleep. And then on the
sleep is always a part of it. You just go out and have fun with it. But
you love doing this, don't you?
Yeah.
So, and
I'm digging the new background, Jim. I like that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm leveling up. It's looking cool. It's
progress is progress, man.
What's that?
I said progress, no matter how big or small, is still forward progress.
Sure is. So, and then the other week we do fun with hypnosis, which is, if you've ever seen any of the street hypnosis videos Brian and I post, you might have seen some of that stuff. This is where we just kind of have some fun with it. You may find that we help you to stick your fingers together, you stick your hands together. Maybe you forget your name, all kinds of fun stuff. Brian actually, by special request, Becca last week asked us for some help with spiders, and we were doing something else already. And Brian has agreed to work in a little bit of hypnosis for getting over a fear of spiders. So if you have a fear of spiders, you're definitely going to want to listen to this one.
Well, if Becca wants to jump online, it works a little bit better with some of the interaction, because I can kind of ask a couple of questions, get some feedback of some things that are necessary that I can kind of tie together and anchor. If you want to say we're going to believe the science, it's just me. It's just how I do. Just don't worry about it. Don't question it. Just it works.
Right.
But yeah, we just need. If God, I'm sorry, I'm on a little it's like the Chinese version of an IKEA coffee table. So every time I move, or the kids on the paper thin walls next door slam a drawer, it bumps the table. So I'm not having a seizure. So I'm okay. But if Becca, you want to click the link on any of the the comments thing that the Jim's got, we'll pop you on here, have some good time, quick, easy, just like that.
Absolutely. Yep.
I managed to figure it out, so it's at least sidekick resistant.
Yeah, and I think this platform is actually better for people joining, because I think last week Mark tried to join but he couldn't. So I don't really know what the deal is with these platforms. One more thing before not one more thing, because we typically, just let everybody know, we typically chat for about 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then we jump into the hypnosis. We answer your questions. If you've got questions about hypnosis, I see we've got a bunch of people listening. I see Crystal, a long-term friend. We've been friends for a long time on Facebook there. Crystal, good to see you. Intriguing. I love to hear that. Speaking of intriguing, everyone, please, if you've got a Android phone, go download my brand new Hypnosis Hero app. Go over to the Google Play Store, download Hypnosis Hero. It's got some of my top hypnosis recordings. Oh, there it is. Brian's got it.
Wait. Yes. You go back. It's going to look like that.
That's
and it'll
right.
Load for a little bit, then it goes into all your different recordings, and it's a pretty simple, and it's kind of like think cloud storage temporarily for Jim's collections of his works of art. He uploads them on there, and then you just kind of have it at what's the word I'm looking for? Not pay-per-view, but just at your leisure. When you want it. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about like downloading stuff, saving it to your phone, transferring it to a new one. Where did I save it in my phone and all that stuff? So it's I think this is a pretty solid platform, Jim, and I definitely applaud you for coming up with the stuff and making it work. Like you said, thanks, leveling up and like if you think about it, like just kind of hit me like it's been like pre-COVID. I think I look back at one of the videos that we did. It was like 2017 maybe, 16 or 17, and went from, hey man, we're in like the living room of someone's condo to, hey, you want to make a t-shirt? Let's go out and do stuff to now you're touring regularly and launching apps and leveraging technology in your marketing stuff. And I'm super excited for your success, and I can't wait to see where this takes you in the future, man. I'm just pumped.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate it. And also co-founding the Pacific Northwest Hypnosis Conference, which is going to be a big deal too in 2023. I should put the link down there. Becca, yes, it's not in the App Store yet. So Apple is a little bit more complicated, and so it's going to take another few weeks, maybe a month, before it's available over there. Bummer.
Yeah, Jim's got to convert it to metric.
Exactly. So Crystal asked, what part of the brain allows us to go under? Interesting question.
Oh, Crystal, do you want the super scientific version, or do you want the simple one?
Crystal knows quite a lot about hypnosis and NLP. Perhaps she has some ideas, some theories about it. She'd like to share.
Crystal, if you want to click on one of the links to join us, come on and do a little knowledge transfer.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about if you want to come on and join us to
hypnotized.
Take part in hypnosis as being a subject, but if you've ever been hypnotized before and you want to share your experience, that could be that little piece. I keep telling people, share your experiences, give someone that little bit of that bump to give it a try and improve their life for the better.
Yeah, definitely. Right. All right. So what part of our brain allows that to happen? Brian, you want to give the basic version?
Okay, so super squirrel version here. Easy for me to remember. I'm kind of a visual person, thinking in pictures. So you have two parts of the brain, and I'm going to kind of break it down like Dan Hedrick did. Is you have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is like that raw, just emotion, everything that you feel. And then your conscious mind is the filter. For example, if you've ever been a horrible date, ladies, and you're like, for the love of God, I wish this guy would just shut up, let me get in a word edgewise, and pay the bill, let me do the awkward friend hug and get out of here. Or so your boss is just yammering on at a meeting, and you're just like, just shut up. It's 5:00 on Friday. I want to go home and get ready for this horrible date that I'm about to go on. Your conscious mind is like, now is not the time and the place. Hypnosis, what we do is strip away that conscious mind, take away that filter. We are giving you a platform, a venue. You can be stupid, silly, hilarious, obnoxious, whatever you want, and it's okay. You can do so without fear of reprisal. You're going to keep your job, but we're also going to make sure that you're safe and appropriate. And to dispel with any of those rumors, this isn't like some MK Ultra CIA mind trick where we're going to have you bark like a chicken, strip down naked, and dispose of some political figure of your choosing. You're not going to do anything that you don't want to do or wouldn't be willing to do. It's kind of playing on some of those urges or beliefs and allowing you to bring that to the surface and be silly and goofy, and you're the star of the show. And I think the best way that I describe hypnosis, if you will, is when we're out, I'll just reach out and I'll just hold my hand out. Someone will grab it, or the person I'm talking to, and I'll go, walk with me, and we'll walk around in a quick little circle, and I'll come back. I'll go, all right, you allowed me to touch you. There was consent. You followed my directions when I said, hey, come over here. We're going to go on a little walkabout, take an adventure. We're going to come back, and you're still going to be alive and be safe and sound, and everything's going to be fine. They go, okay. I'm like, this is what hypnosis is. If you can follow directions, do what I tell you to do, relax, have a good time. We're going to have a blast, have a little journey, come back, and you'll probably be better off for it.
Great play. I want to let everybody know I'm having to look through here. I'm getting some having a look here. We got some jackwagon spamming us, so I've got to look over on the Facebook chat thing. So if I'm looking down, so I'll tell you. So Crystal, so if you asked 100 different hypnotists, you probably get 100 different answers on this. Most of us, I won't say even most of us nowadays, many of us will agree the conscious and subconscious theory of hypnosis. There's a lot of people out there now that are saying, well, hypnosis isn't you don't even need hypnosis for change. But I always say, well, then that's not hypnosis. That's something else. That's coaching or whatever. But one of the more common things that we theories that we many of us subscribe to is you have the conscious part of your mind, and that's like Brian described there, and that would be like the prefrontal cortex. That's our most advanced part of our brain. When we go into hypnosis, we're trying to kind of shut that part off. And this is just my theory based on what I've learned. We're trying to shut that part off because that's the part where if I was to tell someone, hey, you don't like to smoke anymore, I'd word it differently, but hey, you don't like to smoke anymore. That part of their brain goes, yeah, I do. You're crazy. I've got to smoke. I need smoking to help me to blah, blah, blah. So we really the subconscious, if I were going to guess, I would say that would have to happen down in the reptilian brain because that's the oldest part of our brain. That's where the habits are stored. That's where it's just the really deep stuff is stored. So that would be kind of my theory on it. But, I'm more of a practitioner than a theory.
Well, it's also from my complete like layperson or semi-pro non-professional opinion is it all kind of depends on your subject. There is no one size fits all. It's kind of like a one size fits most. You go into a store, you're going to buy a suit. You're going to get something that fits, but you're still going to need to tweak it and tailor it so flavor to taste. And if you get someone who's kind of stubborn, against authority, kind of that general brat thing. If you're like, you don't like to smoke, they're that it's not even reverse psychology. You're telling them you don't like to do this. And their instinct is I'm going to rebel against it. So now smoking or whatever you're trying to tell them not to do or help them with, they have a drive to kind of go rebel against, and you kind of get a backfiring effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Antonio, did somebody say CIA mind control? Yes, that's because I keep getting this like, are you going to, you're not going to make me do something that I don't want to do or against my will. And it's like, you hear all those, aluminum foil hat theories and things like that. So there's a lot of myths and a lot of goofy stuff out on the internet, not necessarily with hypnosis, but pretty much anything.
And Antonio is actually a hypnotist, and he's writing a book on. I wish I could remember the name of it. Write the name of it down there, if you will, Antonio. I can't remember the name of it right offhand, but he used to be into all those kind of conspiracy theories, and now he's helping people to break free of that, help their loved ones break free as well. So Antonio, drop it. I know his book's not ready yet, but drop down the title anyway, so we can promote that for you.
Yeah, we'd love to lift you up, dude, and help you help with your success.
Absolutely. Hope Uncle's doing well. Converting Conspiracy Theorists. Yeah, really cool cover on that book too. I don't know if you're able to upload a picture, but hoping Uncle's okay. Is his really good friend, neighbor is having some troubles in the hospital, so hoping that's going okay. Becca wants to know, does conversational covert hypnosis still work if they know what you're going to do? What a great question. Brian, you want to field that, or you want me to take that?
Go to a used car, go to a car dealership and tell them you're interested in buying a car. You'll notice, or if you want to just try something out, next time that you're out and about, whether it's a bus stop, at work, or whatever, somebody that you have no idea, or one of your coworkers, just walk up, reach your hand out like you're going for a handshake, and just look them dead in the face. Don't say a word, or you just go, hi, and just hold your hand out, something that you wouldn't normally do. And they might look at you a little bit weird or reluctantly, but then their hand will come up and grasp, because they're conditioned to do that. So it's not necessarily like some super sneaky response, but it's kind of all in how you define, the covert. Some people just have like a nice droning voice where it's Ferris Bueller's teacher, anyone Bueller, just completely monotone. That'll knock anybody out.
Yeah, and using certain hypnotic language and also using some embedded commands. Like we might say something like, sometimes people will tell a story, and they're gonna embed some commands. And I have some colleagues that are into conversational hypnosis. Becca, why don't you? I'm gonna find one to give you a really good example of it. I don't use it a whole lot, so maybe we'll bring somebody on that can kind of demonstrate that for you folks. That'd be really interesting. But so I suspect it won't work as well, but it will. But I do think that there would still be an effect. Some of these things are kind of hitting on, especially when you're getting into storytelling and metaphor and stuff like that. It's kind of that primal part of our brain, and it's still, we can resist it. Brian, I've actually had female friends that go to they go to conferences like Hypno Thoughts. And some of the creepy dudes that learn that stuff, just learn hypnosis and NLP and stuff, just so they can pick up women, will try that on other hypnotists, female hypnotists. And it's like, they're like, dude, I know what you're doing, which is, it takes so much work. Why not just get a personality?
Well, I mean, it's kind of all in how. I'll touch on the covert stuff. It's what's the objective that you're trying to achieve? Are you trying to slide in under the radar to where someone might have some natural reluctance or something like that? Or, with your partner, are you doing it for, a generally good, socially accepted purpose? Like, hey, I'd really like my spouse to, come take a walk with me, and kind of, I'm worried about their health. We're getting up in age, and I just want them to come take a walk with me around the block, or go outside with me. If it's something that can help us just have conversation and bond a little bit more, but it also gets them out of the house. Can I drop some subtle hints so that I don't have to just, ram it head on and turn that into a confrontation? And then you also have like the people who, are trying to do that whole like pickup artist stuff. And again, they think that this is, hypnosis. I can just be like, here, I'll say some magic words in such and such a succession, and these women will be putty in my hands, and now I can take advantage of them. And to those people, you are a sick human being, you're a predator, and you give hypnosis stuff a bad name. That being said, you can use hypnosis to pique, with both men and women. You can pique their interest. You can bring it up. Yeah. Full disclosure, there's a big element of consent, and also a very high interest of not being sued or potential criminal charges. And have their discussion. You get them a little interested, maybe excited. You start off with a couple of things. You make them feel really good. And what happens? You make their day better. You've, left somebody better than how you found them. And it's not some like earth-shattering, step. But if more people in the world did that, many drops in the bucket, fill lakes and oceans and stuff like that. So you can make a huge difference in people's life.
It's a really great way of making that distinction. I appreciate that you made that distinction, Brian, because it can be used for good or evil. So that's important.
Well, I mean, it's like anybody in, I had a background in sales, and like I'd go into, you'd have the people knock on your door, the solicitors. You go to a car dealership, you get people on the phone, hi, are you, can I speak with the decision maker, and all these like super buzzwords. And I was like, oh my God, like your brain, making my brain itch, man. I know exactly what you're doing, and just you get what we used to call commission breath, and you're like, this is like the worst case of gingivitis, metaphorically, that it just turns you off so badly. And if guys are doing that, or people are doing that, word is going to spread that you're this creepy weird dude, and nobody's going to want to help you, nobody's going to want to talk to you, and it's just bad juju. The hypnosis community is, from what I understand, is pretty small. Word travels fast, and you're also an ambassador of the art or this craft. And you don't want someone else's, all these myths and the dirty laundry stuff that's out on the internet to prevent somebody from taking that step that's going to make their life better.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So it looks like Becca's concerned, as always, about waking the family. That makes sense. Let's get started with the hypnosis. What do you say?
Yeah. Who wants to jump online? Becca, if you want to jump online and you want to kind of talk quietly, if you have like a microphone that, you can talk directly into, we'll do our best. And if it's not working out, we can't really, hear you, we'll just say, hey, let's try this a different way. And go from there.
And while she's deciding, we're going to go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
So good deal. All right.
I'm going to go get a quick refill on not booze. I'll be right back.
Great. So Antonio asked, what is the hypnosis for? So tonight we're doing fun with hypnosis. So we're really just kind of demonstrating hypnosis, the power of the mind, and helping people to feel good. Brian's going to do, as we get people into, we're going to go through a couple of different inductions, practice some hypnotic phenomena. And Brian's going to do a little bit of help with getting over fear of spiders for Becca. And, if you want to ask her some questions that she can answer in the chat, that might work best. She really feels uncomfortable about coming on, it seems. But
yeah,
but it's also, it's really just the power of the mind. And then also we have a lot of people that get some really awesome results from it. They sleep better, feel less stressed, they feel really good, that kind of thing.
So, yeah, I mean, kind of to manage expectations here, we're not going to cure anybody's fear of spiders, or, I'm not going to cleanse Becca of her sins. It's more of a, let's reframe how she's going to respond. If she still has a healthy fear, like, that's good. But it's not something that's really going to, oh, what was that?
Yeah, it's just
is that on your end?
Yeah, it's, try not to pay attention. It's my
Okay.
phone, yeah.
The spammers again. Is it paparazzi trying to get a hold of you, Jim?
Yeah, I had a friend had a flat tire, and I just wanted to find out if they were safe or not. So they're safe, so we can go on. So Becca has nothing to type into, and she might chat in the chat. So yeah, so what Brian said. So like what Brian said, typically to help somebody get over this kind of thing, we need like a personal session. But you never know. Sometimes people
or at least like kind of the direct interaction, because it's a little bit conversational. It tends to help a person relax. And Becca, if you want to shoot me a message, we can schedule a time that, I don't know, we're on opposite sides of the planet. We can see if we can't work something out and get you a hand with that.
All right, we really got to get started, Brian. So
yeah, man.
So you guys can handle that. We're gonna go ahead and get started on this. Sorry, everybody, we've kind of been talking a little too long. So we're gonna get into the hypnosis. We got a bunch of people watching right now. That's really awesome. So every week since Brian joined, we've been going up and up and up. So that's a good thing. Brian, do you want to start us off, or you want me to?
No, your show, man. I'm always going to defer to you to get things going.
Oh, Brian, come on. You know, you are the. Hold on. We're getting the ticker started so that we can tell people, please do not listen while driving or moving around. And we're going to take little breaks in between each one, and we will reply to you if you type something in the chat. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, Friday Night Live. Do not listen while driving or moving around. Please get yourself seated or laying down. And if you are seated, make sure you're in a spot where you're not going to slip out of your chair. In fact, right now, I want you to just imagine that your butt is stuck to the chair until the end of this broadcast, or if some kind of emergency happens. So everybody, we're going to start off with something really cool, really easy. If you've been here before, you've seen it before. What we're going to do is we're going to do finger magnets. So in just a moment, I'm going to have you stare between your fingers. Don't do it quite yet. I'm going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate. Oh, Brian's going to demonstrate. Fantastic. I'm going to have you separate your fingers like that. We're going to imagine that our fingertips have magnets in them, and you're just going to look through the space there and imagine that the magnets are pulling your fingers together. And when they come together, when they touch, Brian, when they touch, show them how that happens. When they touch, imagine that they're getting stuck together, totally, completely stuck together, like there's super glue on your fingertips. And then, of course, we will release them. All right. So everybody, take a nice deep breath. Remember, nothing's going to happen that you don't want to have happen. And put those hands together. Lock or interlock your fingers like this. Bend them up, and then please separate your fingers. Separate those fingers, and then look in between them and notice what happens as you imagine that those magnets are in the fingertips. Good.
Don't try to fight it. Just relax. Just allow it to happen. Let it happen. And just the more you notice it happening, the stronger those magnets become.
Yes. And the more you resist, the faster they come together. Just notice what's happening. Good. You don't need to fake anything, but just go off. If you feel something, go with it. Good. Just watch them coming together. Notice them coming together. Feel them coming together. Feel that force. Pulling, tugging, a magnetic force. That's right. And let them come together and notice how that feels. Watch them now becoming stuck together. Let them become stuck together. Feel them getting tighter and tighter and tighter. In a moment, Brian's going to count from 1 to 3. The moment he says 3, try to pull them apart, but I want you to discover that they just won't come apart. And in fact, the harder you try to pull them apart, the more locked they become. Brian?
You're going to just stare at your fingers right there, and we're just going to drop a little bit of imaginary hypnosis super glue in between there. And on the count of 1, feeling them stuck together, 2, just not even able to feel them separate, and 3, try to pull your fingers apart and find that you just can't. They are stuck, super stuck as it ever can be. And now what I want you to do is just focus on your fingertips. They're stuck, super stuck. And I want you to take a big, deep breath in. And as you exhale, I just want you to relax and just let your eyes close, drifting, dropping, falling, just easy drifting down, drifting, dropping, falling. Take another big, deep breath in. Just inhale. And fingers still stuck together and drift 10 times deeper down, 10 times deeper. Yesterday is a memory. Tomorrow is 1,000 miles away. And the only thing that's important right now is the sound of my voice. And what I want you to do is that feeling of stuckness on your fingers. You're going to transfer that stuckness to your eyelids. There's going to be a little medically grade. You're not going to go blind. Super glue that's on your eyelids temporarily. And once you take that big, deep breath in, you're going to try to open your eyes. Well, first, you're going to find that your fingers come unstuck and your fingers can unstick because your eyes are shut. And then you're going to try to open your eyes and find that you just can't. They're locked together. And the more locked they become, you're going to feel your eyes just kind of flutter in the back of your head. And that's just going to take you deeper and deeper relaxed. And then before you hurt yourself, I want you to just relax every muscle in your face. And while you maintain that relaxation, I'm going to count to 3, and you're going to maintain that relaxation. You're going to maintain your state of trance and hypnosis that you're in right now. But on the count of 3, you're going to find that you can open your eyes and you're wide aware. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, open your eyes right back up, wide aware, feeling outrageously wonderful, feeling just general pleasure, feeling refreshed, feeling relaxed. And anything that Jim says right now, anytime that I or Jim say sleep, deep sleep, I snap my fingers, you guys are just going to drop your heads, just fall 10 times deeper. But right now you're going to maintain your eyes wide open, wide aware, and listen to the sounds of Jim's voice.
And if you had an experience where those eyelids and or fingers stuck together, drop that down in the comments. Let us know. Let us know what happened. And if it didn't happen, let us know that too. We never want you to fake. You don't have to fake. For some people, there's 2 kinds of people in the world, right, Brian? There's people that can be hypnotized really quickly, really easily in this kind of environment or out on the street or on the stage. But then there's other folks that they really need that kind of one-on-one connection, either in person or over the screen. And so, people, they're just different. So some folks, it's not going to have the same effect for you as other folks. And that's the great thing about hypnosis. It works differently for everyone. Crystal almost fell asleep, she says. Fantastic.
All right, Crystal, we're going to play a game real fast. I want you to take a big, deep breath in and exhale, and sleep, drifting, dropping, falling, just feeling wonderful, relaxed, just totally refreshed. Just you're floating on a memory foam cloud. And as you take another deep breath in, you're just going to feel yourself sink deeper and deeper and deeper. And with every breath in and every breath out, you're just going to fall and just sink deeper into that mattress until you're like 10 feet below that. And every time that you hear Jim say, "Damn, I'm pretty," you are just going to break out, just not like a loud laugh. You're just going to get like the giggles, just super, and every time you giggle, you're just going to be filled with like that holiday spirit and just general joy as a whole. And anybody else who wants to join along and have that command. But even after I bring you back up, you're just going to open your eyes, 1, 2, 3, wide aware, feeling refreshed and awake. The command is still there. Anytime that you hear Jim say, "Damn, he's pretty," you're just going to be feeling amazing.
Funny you should say Becca, that, Brian, because I was just checking out my coffee cup there. Of course, it does say, "Damn, I'm pretty." Damn, I'm pretty. That's right. Damn, I'm pretty. Becca says, "Worked well again. Fantastic." Let us know. Crystal says, "LOL." And if you've seen my hat, I don't know if you've seen my hat before. Of course, it says, "Damn, I'm pretty" as well. Damn, I'm pretty. So that's a lot of fun. You can have and
then Becca, quick, look left, look right, look up, look down, take a big deep breath in, and sleep, drifting, dropping, falling, feeling just absolutely amazing, feeling just pleasure and joy, wonderful feelings all throughout your body. You're just going to look at those spiders and stuff like that. Every time you see them, you're just not going to care anymore. You're just going to go, "Hi, Mr. Spider, it's okay." And they're not going to scare you. It's not going to annoy you. You're just going to be able to grab that tissue paper and squish them, toss them in the toilet, give them a burial at sea, and you're going to move on with life because it's just that easy. But every time I snap, you just go, "All right, good night," and having a wonderful time. And then everybody who has listened to me or this is affected, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, open your eyes wide aware, welcome back. And thank you for rejoining us, just keeping that level of trance and relaxation.
Fantastic. Keep that level of a trance and feeling good, feeling wonderful. Remember, we never want you to fake. We just want you to say, "Damn, I'm pretty." Say it with me, everybody. Damn, I'm pretty. And what else we want to do, Brian? I'm glad you did that induction. I did that induction on stage the other day. It's famously Justin Trends uses that on stage, and I use it to really knock people out, and it worked like a charm. Look this way, sleep. And fantastic results. Let us know what's working for you, what's not working for you. Give us your questions. We'll answer more questions at the end. Brian, do you have another induction you'd like to do?
normally I would try the silent. I think I've done the silent induction online once with that dude in France that you put me in touch with.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was a fun guy to work with. Yeah.
But that would definitely need to be more interactive, just because of the pacing and things that I have to watch the other person. But Becca's just going to go to sleep real fast right now and just feeling amazing and wonderful. And Crystal, damn, I'm pretty, feeling outstanding, dropping, falling, and just generally feeling a sense of peace. And
there's Becca.
Both of you guys just feeling extremely confident. And well, there you are, Becca. Hi, how are you doing? Crystal, hold that thought. 1, 2, 3, wide aware. You're feeling good. Come back and join us. So, Becca, good to see you. Welcome.
For the folks listening at home, she may not be able to talk with us because she's got her family. She doesn't want to wake up, but it's nice to see her on the screen with us. Thank you, Becca. Hello.
I was going to say her internet connection might go to sleep.
And if anyone else wants to join us, you are welcome. We can have like 10 people on here. So if you want to kind of show your face, Crystal is laughing. I like that. Fantastic.
Oh, damn, you're pretty, Jim.
Damn, I'm pretty. It's true. It's true.
Uh-oh. Becca, look at me real fast. Look straight into the camera. Hi, how are you doing? You're just going to see the fingers up here and sleep, just drifting, dropping, falling down. Oh, that was a good one.
Nice.
Oh, God, I was just going to forget what I was going to say. Yeah, Becca, just kind of hold that thought for a second. Yeah, what were you talking about, Jim? You were...
well, I was just going to say that...
kind of jogged my memory.
I don't know. I know Becca had said that sometimes she feels like the hypnosis works better, going even deeper now, Becca, even deeper now than other days. That's totally, completely normal, absolutely normal for everyone. Sometimes it'll work magically. Sometimes it'll work pretty well. Sometimes you're just not in the mood for it. Just won't happen for you.
Yeah.
As Becca is as relaxing there, going deep inside, I wonder if we want to do a little bit more focus. And if you're there watching right now and you'd like to get over some kind of a fear or phobia, maybe it's a fear of speaking to people, maybe it's a fear of spiders or snakes or sharks or heaven knows what, I want you to just take a nice deep breath in and then close your eyes and just sleep and just allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into relaxation, deeper and deeper into comfort as Brian takes you on a generalized empowerment and getting past fears and phobias session right now.
So yeah, basically whatever struggle that you're dealing with right now, whether it's a confidence issue, whether it's in Becca's case, how she reacts when she sees a spider, even the little teeny tiny ones, or you've got your problems. Hold on 1 second. Someone's knocking. Jim, you take over.
That's right. And you can just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And so sometimes we find that the deeper we go, the better we feel. The better we feel, the deeper we go. And fractionation happens when we just snap our fingers like this, and people can go deeper and deeper. And sometimes if we just imagine that from a distance on a movie screen in front of us, we might see those things that once were frightening to us. And then we can imagine floating up out of that theater seat and going back to the projection room and watching that image on the screen of that thing that once caused us fear, that once caused us discomfort. And you can watch it as it becomes black and white in your mind. You can watch it as it slows down, as it speeds up, as it goes in reverse, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Scramble the pictures up in your mind. Imagine taking your hand and scrambling the picture up there because you don't need that anymore. You don't want that. And if there was any secondary reason why you retained that fear for this time, I wonder if you'd be willing to let that go right now. You could just let it go. You don't need to hold on to it anymore. Brian?
And now what I want you to do is I want you to just pick a moment in time that you felt just absolutely pure joy, on top of the world, best day of your life, whether it was, you went skydiving for the first time, you had your first kiss, you graduated from school, you got your driving test, whatever it was. And I want you to just picture that thought, and I want you to just anchor just that feeling. I want you to just embrace it, and then figure out how you put your right thumb into the palm of your left hand, and then your right index finger on top of your left hand, and you kind of pinch them together, and just that stimulus right there is what locks in that sensation and that feeling. So if you ever feel stressed, if you ever see a spider, or you're feeling anxious or anything like that, just very subtly, you're just able to press that in, your thumb into the palm of your hand and your index finger on top of it, and you're just going to allow yourself to feel that sensation right there in the moment. And Becca, what I want you to do is just 1, 2, 3. Becca, go ahead and sit up for me, wide aware, feeling just refreshed and everything, because I want to give your back and your neck a break so you're not hunched over. Hi, welcome back. And then everybody else, I want you just, every time you use that strategy and you find that it works, I want you to just take great pride in yourself, because it's the little victories in life. And every time you feel better and it works for you, it's just going to enhance that experience and make it more and more effective. And Becca, every time that you look at Jim's face on the screen and everything, you're just going to get this like ear to ear clown smile. It's just going to be like amazing and feeling wonderful. See, look into his eyes. It's just, isn't he pretty? And then see, Becca's on the other side of the planet in the UK. So if I just have her just look right here and sleep good night, just drifting, dropping, falling down. Oh, there you go. And 1, 2, 3. Welcome back, wide aware, wide eyes wide open, feeling refreshed. There you go. And then looking at Jim. God, he's pretty, isn't he? Big sexy man.
Damn, he's pretty. Let's talk in a second. I want to mention something really quickly as Becca just relaxes and stays open to suggestion. I want to just point out that Scott King, good friend of mine, colleague, runs Hypno Hustle. If any hypnotists want to join that, hit him up. Fractionation Friday. I love that. What a great name. Because, one of the things that Becca really likes is fractionation. And so every single time that you go back down into hypnosis, the effects get stronger. We call fractionation. So it just makes it stronger, more powerful. You can kind of go, we use terms like deep. I know a lot of hypnotists don't, it's not truly deep, but it's a more profound feeling maybe. Becca says that was nice. Crystal's laughing. We've got Sherry saying that. Oh, Antonio was out cold. That's fantastic. And really, you know what? I got to tell everybody too. I've had sessions with Antonio, and he does amazing work. Just really incredible work. Look him up, connect with him. Fantastic practitioner. Same with Scott King. So check them out. Sorry, Brian, go ahead.
And it's fun for me because being able to, I'm just like completely, I do a lot of this for just purely selfish reasons because it's fun for me, and it's not just a matter of, hey, I want to just go throw this out into the universe, but seeing, our guests like Becca or anybody that I have a chance to work with, when I'm able to just go, and from what we're doing here to the live, it might be a couple second time delay, but, just to watch Becca just take that big deep breath in, just watch, and then just sleep and drifting, dropping, falling down. And here she goes, goodbye. And then Becca, what I want you to do is you're going to kind of inject yourself with just a pure, just raw confidence and good feeling. And then when I bring you back, you're just going to watch Jim and you're going to just be just overwhelmed with confidence and just good feeling. So 1, 2, 3, wide aware, come back up for us. And Becca, if you'd be so kind to, pop in the comments there. I know you're trying to be quiet with your family. Oh Dark Sweet Jesus 30. Kind of share some of your experiences and kind of what piqued your interest and how hypnosis has kind of helped with your life, or kind of what you generally get with it.
And while she's doing that, I want to just give us a little teaser for next week. You know, we had Tara on last week, and she was talking about wanting to go deeper. And I know, so that phrase "deeper" it's sort of, we use it's a common term we use in hypnosis, but it's sort of outdated. It's not very scientific. You know, what is deeper? Really, what it means is that the brain waves, in my understanding of the theory that I subscribe to, is that the brain waves are going slower. So we should just say, you know, our brainwaves are going slower. But anyway, we're going to keep calling it that. We're going to say deeper. And I was reminded of one time, Sean, you know, our friend, our mutual friend and colleague, Sean Summers, practiced an Esdale induction on me. And this is, so sometimes people will say, you know, they think they got stuck in hypnosis. What it is, they really just don't want to come out of it. And that's what I experienced when I had the Esdale induction experience. I didn't want to come out. It felt so good. I didn't want to come out. So Tara was asking about a deeper trance. I did mention to her, folks that are listening, the research clearly indicates that it doesn't matter. The depth of trance doesn't matter as far as the healing work that can be done, but it does feel good. And so this next week, I've invited Sean to join us. I don't know if he will or not, but this next Friday, if he doesn't, I will demonstrate it. We're going to do the Esdale induction, and you will experience a depth of trance that is just magical. So please tune in next week.
People talk about like the deeper or whatever, and a lot of people just tend to, and this is just an observation that I have, is people just tend to not get out of their own damn way, and they want to overcomplicate it. And it's like, okay, if you want to call it deeper and that helps you remember it, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And kind of how I describe hypnosis, I think we touched on this last time, is think of how drug addiction works. They always say, hey, the first one's free. Well, that's to get you hooked. And they, you know, for like a stimulant, you'll spike up and you'll be like, oh my God, this is great. And then, you know, here's your baseline. So you spike up and then you crash. And then you spike up a little bit and then you crash deeper and then you come up and go even deeper. And you're always chasing like that first high, if you will. It's kind of similar with the hypnosis. It's like, okay, we're here baseline. And it's like, we're going to go do our finger magnets and then let you relax and come down. Then we're going to do like the eye lock. All right, we'll let you come down. We're going to let Becca come up and do a finger snap, watch her eyes cross, and she's going to just slump over in her lap. And it's like the farther that you allow that relaxation, think of like like a just tension. If you've ever gotten a massage, you breathe, they work on the knots, your body kind of loosens up, and then you go down for the next little bit. And then by the end of, you know, an hour-long massage, done professionally, not happy ending kind, you out of there floating like a cloud going, you know. I mean, even after my car accident, the first massage that I got, I walked out in the parking lot and I'm looking at my SUV going, I wonder where I parked. And I'm just floating on another planet just because of, you know, sometimes it's just simple relief. And that's what I hope to bring to anybody who's watching the broadcast and getting involved with their participation. If I can help bring some type of joy or improvement in your life, you know, that's kind of my goal. And then being able to see like the super, you know, just ear to ear smile on Becca's face. I mean, you know, for her to stay up is, you know, catch a nap and then, you know, stay up, you know, the dedication and everything, you know, that's something like that's kind of it's a genuine, like, huge compliment. It's not insignificant to us. And if we can bring joy to someone's life, you know, you get out of this what you put into it.
Absolutely. And so I just want to remind, so also I want to say, like, if there's any hypnotists out there that disagree with anything that we say, please, I'd love to have your feedback. Pop your theories down there, your answers. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't really care. And also, If you're a hypnotist and you're watching this, Antonio, Scott, please feel free to drop your website down there. Somebody connects with you, fantastic. If they want to connect with me, they can head over to my website, jimkellnerhypnotist.com. I'll put that link in the comments. You can grab a free hypnosis download. And then also, once again, I want to remind everybody, if you've got an Android phone, I'm sorry for you, but no, if you have an Android phone, please do download the Hypnosis Hero app. Hypnosis Hero, it's got 10, I believe, hypnosis recordings, some of my most popular ones. You can take them with you wherever. Now, if you want to purchase them so that you can, she's sending hearts, and we're not getting them because
it's okay. We can use our imagination.
We're using our
imagination. You can just be like, okay, sleep here. There's hearts all over the place. It's making Jim look pretty.
But I think I get paid for hearts, though. So, oh well, it's not that much. Yeah, Kauai Hypnosis, Antonio. So Antonio does some really great, and I can't remember the name of it offhand. Some really great work he did with me on saving money, helped me a lot. And I can't remember the type. It's a type of hypnosis, kind of another technique. And there's his conspiracy book, conspiracyconverter.com. Thank you for sending hearts, Sherry. Appreciate that.
Now Antonio's going to send me down a rabbit hole all night. But no, let's do a quick. Let's do a quick Jen Psaki circle back to Becca's answer that she gave. She said that she enjoys the floaty feeling and it feels blissful silence in my head. I mean that's got to be. Correct me if I'm wrong, Becca, but that's got to almost be like a little bit of an escape. Kind of just silence life, and you kind of allows you to mentally just go off into whether you just like instead of going out hiking out in the middle of nowhere just to get silence and peace and quiet. If you're a parent, you also can probably appreciate that. But I would imagine that with all of the things, technology and stress that goes in our life, there's probably plenty of noise that goes on in your mind. And just having this, but yeah, that's what I forgot earlier. Becca, if you had to give anybody, encouragement or advice, how would you encourage somebody to just kind of take that leap and just kind of let go and give hypnosis a genuine shot?
And while she's typing that,
she's typing. She's on a roll right now. We're going to get a solid answer. I'm looking forward to this.
Antonio, it's core transformation is the work that he does. It's a good parts work process related to NLP. He uses some hypnosis too. Really, I found it really life changing. 1 or 2 sessions, and I was huge progress. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. We're going to give Becca a chance to do that.
Actually, I popped up some on her covert hypnosis. Like, have you ever just been in the gym with your friends and everybody's like super hyped and you get that little bit of adrenaline rush that allows you to just push that max weight that you didn't think that you could push, and then you're like, okay, hey, new personal best. It's just that encouragement. But Beck was asking me what I said at the end. If somebody was hesitant to try hypnosis, what advice or recommendations or words of encouragement would you give to them to kind of help get them over that hump so that they can give a hypnosis a shot? Can we get Jim to eat pineapple on pizza over his dead body?
Exactly.
We do not allow blasphemy on this broadcast. Them's fighting words.
That's right. I will fight that one. You can't make me do anything I don't want to. It's going to use some covert hypnosis.
Jim does not consent.
I do not consent.
Hashtag Jim too.
Hey, and while we're waiting for Becca, I just want to thank everybody for watching, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. Could you do us this favor? Like, subscribe, share. Let everybody know about the Hypnosis Hero app. I'll tell you, go on, download it. give it a great rating, and then delete it if you don't like it. But leave the review. That helps other folks. So here's what Becca says. Yeah, that's great. Great. I would say it's not like the movies. LOL, you aren't going to be made to do anything you don't want to do. That's right. And what then she goes on to say, and trance is a natural state, so it's nothing to be scared of. Just feels great, doesn't it, Becca? Feels good.
Yeah, watch this. Good night.
God bless her. Look at this. I agree. Pineapple on pizza is horrible. Good job. The hypnosis worked on her. So,
and then Antonio, what's consent? That's what keeps you out of jail and out of a courtroom.
All right,
and Becca, 1, 2, 3, wide aware, feeling great, coming back to us. Becca, please, I hope your internet didn't crash and freeze, but if you can hear me, 1, 2, 3, wide aware, coming back to me.
She's wide aware. She's back.
Feeling amazing. Okay, very good.
Thanks for jumping on the stream. As you can see, everybody, it's not that scary. You can jump on the stream with us sometime. Brian, thanks again for being an awesome co-host.
No, that's what you pay me the big bucks for, man.
Exactly. The armored truck is on its way over right now to hand you the cash. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody who's watched. Please join us most every Friday, 8:30 p.m. If you're a hypnotist, go check out pnwhypnosisconference.com. That's Pacific Northwest Hypnosisconference.com. And thank you, Crystal. She says thank you. Really sincerely appreciate you tuning in and joining us. Take care. Be well. Be awesome.